Hi, I'd like to help you avoid a common mistake that I'm seeing when people are working with data and trying to make a table. So before you do the format as table, select a cell that's in the data somewhere. And when you do that, Excel will look at the data over to the first blank column, and it will end the table at that point. And it'll also do the same for rows. When it finds the first blank row, it will end the table there. So we're going to do this. We're going to format as a table, and we have headers in the first row, column headings. So we're going to leave this checked, and we'll click OK. And you see that Excel has made the table, and the table is going to end where the first blank column comes up, and at the first blank row, which is row 2501, I believe. In any case, the mistake that people make, I'll undo this, is to use this little corner icon and select the entire worksheet, which has over 16,000 columns. And that results in Excel putting a generic column heading in every one of these columns that didn't have a heading. And that's usually enough to choke most computers, and so you won't be able to go any further with manipulating the table or doing anything else. So that's one mistake. You could make that same mistake by starting in a blank cell that's outside the data. And I think if we do that, no, it doesn't recognize the table, so that's okay. So the real problem is if you select the entire worksheet instead of selecting a single cell, or you could manually select the limits of your worksheet, and it will work. But doing the whole worksheet is going to cause a problem. And then when you go to make your pivot table, you also want to just be clicked in a cell that has something in it. So if we make this table, let me show you what I mean. If I limit this down to one city, and then I click here outside the table, when you go to insert your pivot table, Excel may not know what to do. If you're clicked in the data and do insert pivot table, then it uses a table that you've already made. And it will include the whole table, not just what you have showing here after you've filtered it. So click here and see that'll make your table. It's got all your columns, your fields in it. So just wanted to show you that because I've seen a number of times when people cause their computer to choke, and you almost have to start over with a clean copy of the data set if you do that.